Look how intense. Look how intense. Look how intense. She's bright. Hi you guys, welcome back to Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we're doing something new, and this is another series I want to start on this channel. We're going to be doing a full face of clean beauty products under $25, and I'm going to kind of do price points. I thought under 25 would be a good place to start, and then we can go up and down and go crazy. We'll go wild with it. And I feel like full face of price point is like really fun, and it gives me the opportunity to kind of mix and match a little bit more. And I really wanted to do a bunch of different brands in this video, not just focus on one specifically. So I grabbed a ton of different brands, and this is going to be a really fun video. This is the full look that I created. I created a very simple everyday makeup look because I generally film I always film with a really simple everyday makeup look, and you guys are always asking me what is on my face. So I thought I'd start off with a simple everyday look, and then I'll do smoky eye, I'll do like a holiday look maybe under 25, and then I'll do other price points too. But I wanted to kind of start off with this. So this is kind of my everyday makeup look using clean beauty products under $25. What do you think? If you want to see how I created this look and what products I used to create this look, then keep on watching. I would also like to know down below whatever other series you want to see. So I'm definitely going to be doing more stores. I did a full face of Sephora. I'm going to do a full face of other stores like Credo Beauty and all of that. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing price points. I'm going to be doing series where I talk about my Clean Beauty Code top 5, which is going to be my top 5 products like per category, which is going to be fun. And one of you suggested this, which is really good to do. Let's say I'm doing blush. I will talk about powder, cream, and liquid kind of all separate, which will be really fun. And then maybe I'll do it a whole all-encompassing blush video. So yeah, I am excited. I want to just jump in. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I really like series videos. I find them really calming because it's nice to see, everyone, you know, that films and does product reviews, they film so many products, and it's nice to know which ones fit in the top categories. And then kind of as the year goes on and something shifts or changes, or like towards the end of the year, or you know, next year, you're kind of like, oh, what has changed as more products launch? So this is going to be real fun, and I'm so excited. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into this under $25 clean beauty makeup video. So let's get into brows. The first product I'm going to use, and this is the Clear Kosas Brow Gel. I really like this brow gel. And there's a bunch of great brow gels. PYT has a great brow gel. Jason Wu Beauty has a great brow gel that's under $25. You can even just do soap brows and get like a $5 soap and a spoolie. But I thought it would be fun to do a real brow gel. So we are going to do that. So this, again, is the Clear Kosas Brow Gel. I really like this. You just have to be careful to not over apply, but that's always with like all brow gels because you don't want it to end up being too gel-like. But that's okay. I'm just gonna, you see how like my brows at the end, like, are they okay? They're not. All right, I'm gonna let that dry really quick, and we're gonna move on to brow pencils. So I have 2 brow pencils that I want to talk about today. I have the PYT brow pencil. You know, I love this, and I've used this on camera before. This is actually the shade, I think this is taupe, but I also have used the color chocolate a lot, and I really like this brow pencil. It lasts really long. It's super waxy, and this is a great price. So I'm going to just swatch this for you so you can kind of see how it's not very intense. It's really good, and although this is not like a dark brown shade, which I normally go for, in summer or even in just a spring, I don't like my brows to be as dark, so I like something that isn't quite as dark. Then next I have this brow pencil, which I really like, from Jason Wu Beauty. This is in the shade, help me here, medium, and I'm going to swatch this too, and this is a little itty bitty guy. So I wanted to show 2 options because I know everyone likes kind of a different style, and this is the Jason Wu Beauty one. I'm going to use this one on camera today because I haven't used this on camera, and I've used the PYT one a ton. So we're just going to like easy breezy fill in brows. I don't like to take my time with my brows because I always get frustrated, so like just in and out, you know, get it done. So we're going to fill these in really quick. All right, so brows are filled, so I'm really happy with how that's looking. It's looking decent, not perfect, but who wants perfect brows? Not me. I want to look like a human being, and everything being symmetrical and perfect sometimes kind of can look a little crazy. Not always. Sometimes it's nice to have a really snatched brow, like real 2012 vibe brow, but I really like this. So again, that was the Jason Wu brow pencil, and that was in the shade 02 medium, and I really like this. This is a great price point, and you really can't go wrong with Jason Wu Beauty because they're really good price points. Now we're going to move on to the skin. So I want to kind of prep my skin actually with these. These are the Versed like, what are they called? Glow drops. And I have both shades. So I have the golden shade and I have the bronze shade. And I'm going to kind of do a little mixy match of the two. I'm going to do more of the shade golden. I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. Golden and just a touch of the bronzed shade. I don't want my face to be too bronzed. I just want it to be a little bit. So you see right there. You can see. And I'm just going to mix these together. The bronzed is pretty bronze, so if you don't want it to be too much, but you just want it to be some, that's what that looks like, and I'm happy with that. So I'm going to apply that to my face, just with my fingers. And we're just going to blend. And so I actually am wearing a sunscreen that has some sheen to it, but I do like these glow drops a lot, and they do kind of give me a Charlotte Tilbury vibe. They give like a nice glow to the face. They're not like shimmery. They don't really have much coverage though, so they're not like a perfect dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. But I will say, depending on where your skin's at, just applying this to the face, it just gives you the juiciest looking skin, and that's what I want in life. I just want to look juicy forever. I mean, who don't? Okay, so then next we're going to move on to complexion. So I have two products. I have the Jason Wu Beauty Tinted Moisturizer Meets CC Cream. And then I also have the Thread Beauty Face It. What is this? Complexion stick. So I have two products here, and I wear the shade 07 in the Thread Beauty one, and I wear the shade 8, I believe. Yes, 8 in the Jason Wu Beauty. I actually just used this on camera and in a review, so I'm gonna link that video so that you can check this out if you want to see it in action. This is $8, which is wild. This is such a good price, and they have so many shade options. But I do think I'm going to go on with the Jason Wu today because I haven't really used this on camera a ton. I feel like I've only used it on camera maybe once, and it wasn't recently, so I want to use this. But this is amazing, and this might be like 5 videos back or something. Really good. So okay, Jason Wu Beauty Tinted Moisturizer Meets CC Cream. I really like this. Again, this is the shade 8, and I'm going to apply it to the back of my hand. Okay, so this is the shade 8, and I'm going to apply it with my fingers to my face and then blend it out with a foundation brush. So I'm going to apply it like that, not too crazy. It looks dark, but once you blend it out, it isn't too much. Too crazy. Okay, we'll just blend with our fingers. I really like blending with my fingers. I like a very like lax approach to foundation sometimes because it can be a little crazy, skin tints or whatever, to like it just sometimes can get to be a little bit much. I want it to be very natural looking, and sometimes when you don't blend with your fingers, depending on the product, it can be very apparent on the skin, which I don't love. I'm fresh off my time of the month right now, so I do have some like, I'm using Heavenly Luxe number 7 brush. This is not under $25, but this is great. And one of you guys, I don't remember who it was, you are the best, and you let me know that this brush is actually available at Sephora now. I had just said, I think in my last video, that the Heavenly Luxe number 7 wasn't available at Sephora. And this is kind of a pain in the butt to get your hands on, but it's available at Sephora now. It used to be, and then I don't know what happened, but it went away, and now it's back. So I'm just going to blend this out. All right, so that is blended. I am happy with how that's looking. Again, just use my fingers, then go in with the foundation brush and just kind of made sure it was all melted into the skin really nice and wasn't looking crazy. This area right here is where I always need to blend a little bit more. I don't know why. I just feel like the product collects weird there. Probably because of my unibrow that is like growing in. But yeah, so I'm happy with that. That's looking good. So I want to move on to concealer. And the concealer I want to mention today is the LYS Beauty Concealer. I love this stuff. I've raved about this a ton. This is one of the best concealers. And this is in the shade MN5. This is a nice light shade, but when I got this one, I really wanted a brightening really brightening one. So I'm going to just apply to right here, just a little bit. I am wearing a little bit of eye cream. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that sit for a couple minutes, let that marinate, let that dry down. Then we're going to blend it out together. And then we're going to move on to the rest of the base. Okay, so that's good. I'm actually going to take the back of this brush, the Heavenly Luxe number 7, and I'm going to blend it out with this brush. And just kind of blend it in lightly. I don't want too much concealer or too much of a brightened under eye, but I do want a little bit of brightness. Letting your concealer sit is honestly such a good trick. And I know a lot of people do it and have mentioned it, but it is such a good trick to getting, first of all, your concealer to not crease that much, but also getting a little bit more pigmentation and for it to just wear the best throughout the day, I swear. Okay, so let's see. How are we feeling? Okay. I do think I want to touch more, just a little bit. I don't like to over apply concealer. Especially when I want a very, like my everyday makeup look isn't very intense. I just like something that's light and easy. So, applied. And then I'm actually going to use my fingers to blend this out. Just kind of focus it right here where most of my darkness is. Okay, so that is the concealer done. I'm happy. I have some marks up here and a little bit here just from coming off my time of the month, but I'm not really going to go and try and cover it too much. I'm just going to kind of lightly touch what's ever left on this and just lightly go on there. But once you kind of set your face with powder, a lot of the time the bumps that you have, because this isn't even like a very intense breakout or anything like that, the bumps that you kind of get kind of tone down. But I'm really happy with how that's looking. That's looking beautiful. Okay, so next we're going to move on to bronzer. Now, I love this bronzer. I've talked about this a bunch on my channel. This is the LYS Beauty bronzer, and I have the shade Harmony, and I really like this. This blends out beautifully, and I'm excited I can use this again on camera. And I'm just going to apply a little bit to my cheeks, not too much. This really blends crazy fast, so you don't want to overdo it. And you can always apply more, but I always find it best to just not go crazy. So 2 little stamps of this. I use this a ton. This is a beautiful product, and this is a really good shade range too, and it's very creamy, and it's the perfect like neutral bronzer. I'm gonna make sure I get it in my hairline. Neutral bronzer, but it still has warmth. It's not ashy, and I feel like that is importante because sometimes bronzers can just become super ashy or super orange. It feels like a lot of the time there is no good in between to find enough warmth, you know? Okay, so the next I want to move on to cheeks, and I have a couple of options, and I'm jazzed. So first, I have the Persona Cosmetics powder blushes. Their cream blushes are over $25, I believe, but I think they're $26, but I believe that these are $22. They're powder blushes. So I have 2 shades, the shade Caramel and the shade Bubble. I've used Bubble actually a ton on camera. I've used it in a couple videos. I think I might use the Caramel one if I use any of them. I also have, and they're both powder. Now I have I have a ton of the Jason Wu Beauty palettes. These are amazing. Oh, so messy. These are really, really good. This is the Sext palette. This is the 05 palette, and this is really good. The shades are beautiful. And then I also have the Tower 28 cream blush. So I think I'm actually going to do a little layer because it's going to be fun to just kind of, my monitor is crazy. My monitor's been cutting out on me, you guys. So I think I'm going to do a little layer of this and then one of the powders, and I think that'll be fun. So again, this is the Tower 28 blush, and this is in the shade Magic Hour. This is my favorite shade. And I need to place an order for their new like berry tone that they just released because like, give me it. So cute. And they also have a new lip gloss. I love their lip glosses. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. So this is the Tower 28 blush that I'm going to apply. I'm going to take this brush right here from Sephora. It's a slanted one. And I'm going to kind of just dip in, and I'm going to focus on my like apples of my cheeks and then pull it a little far back, but not too far back. Lately, I haven't been loving the blush as far back. It's pretty, but I just feel like on me, it looks better when my blush is a little bit more concentrated toward the front. Really pretty. And I love how that looks. It might look a little crazy. Maybe it doesn't look crazy to you. I feel like it looks a little crazy whenever I apply blush for the first time without like blending out the edges. So that's what that looks like. And then we're going to take another brush from Sephora, and this is like, what is this? The 96. And I'm going to just go around the edges and not get too crazy. Just go around the edges and kind of tone it down and kind of make it just melt into the skin a little bit more seamlessly. And that just looks nice. So now we're going to go on with some blush. So I'm thinking, we have two here. This palette is just so gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. But I feel like the shade Caramel from Persona Cosmetics is actually going to be a better match for this blush here because I toned it down a good amount. I do want to really layer up, but I don't want it to be too crazy because the studio lights make it look a lot less intense than it actually looks in person. This blush is wild. So this is beautiful. It looks really, really basic, boring, uninteresting, but the shade Caramel is beautiful. Do you say caramel or caramel? Let me know. It's beautiful. Lightly tap. Look at that. It's so their blushes are so pigmented, you guys. Don't be deceived. I mean, you know how I feel about Persona Cosmetics. They are, look how intense, look how intense, look how intense. She's bright. She's not even bright, she's just intense. Just set that. I like to layer. And if you're doing like events or anything and you like a cream blush, look how crazy. I look like a weird doll. If you like a cream blush, setting it with a powder, it doesn't have to be a powder blush, but setting it with a powder is important. So see how crazy that looks? I hear you. I hear you screaming at your computer or your television or phone, whatever you're watching this on. And this creepy, scary doll look, I swear, it's all going to work out in the end. Going to blend like crazy, you guys. All right, you guys, blended, looking cute. I'm really liking how that's looking. So the next I want to move on to highlighter. So I'm going to use this highlighter actually, the LYS Beauty highlighter in the shade Brave. They also have a powder. This is the liquid. I really like both. My preference actually is, shockingly enough, I don't normally prefer a liquid highlighter, but I prefer this over the powder, but they're both beautiful. The powder is just a lot more intense. So I'm going to take a little bit on the back of my finger. It's not like bad intense, it just is a little bit much for every day for me at least. So I'm going to take it, look how pretty that is. And this is definitely more subtle. So I'm going to take it up a little bit and just here, like that. And I do like to bring it kind of a little bit further front, as you can see. Because I really like that just like sheen that it gives without it being too much. Look how pretty that is. It like gives you something without being too much. I'm also going to do a touch on the bridge of my nose. Just a little bit. I love highlighter on my nose. Do you guys also like highlighter on your nose? Let me know. Could just be me. I just feel like it, I don't know what it does, but I just feel like it does something. It like gives me a little zhuzh, especially in person. Okay, so then next, I do want to set my face with a little bit of powder. Now, there were a bunch of powders I could use, but I wanted to do this one, the Ami Colé powder, and I use the shade just translucent. They have 3 shades total. I'm obsessed with them. I'm going to use this really big brush, and I'm going to set kind of the middle of my face and kind of around. And I'm not going to overdo powder, but I do want to kind of tone everything down a touch. Okay, I'm actually going to take a little bit of a smaller brush. And I'm going to do right here, just like the front of my under eye, not all the way back. So I'm definitely not going to, I'm going to avoid where my eye kind of starts to crease. Okay, I am happy with how that is looking. What do you guys think so far? Tell me down below. Okay, so then next we're going to move on and I'm going to grab, we're going to move on to the eyes now. So I'm going to actually grab this primer from PYT, which I love. I love PYT. I've talked about them on this channel a ton. I'm going to take this eyelid primer and I'm going to put it on my lid. Okay, so the next we're going to move on to eyeliner, eyeshadow, all of that. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I think I'm going to go with this one. This is the Jason Wu palette. I'm going to actually go on with this eyeliner. So I have a couple eyeliners that you can use. There's a bunch of great ones. This one's great. This is super long lasting. This is the Kulfi one. they're really, really long lasting. Like, whoa, they stay all day. But there's also the Persona Cosmetics one. There's a bunch of brands, Jason Wu, but this one is the most long lasting. I feel like out of a lot of brands I've talked about, Persona Cosmetics has a really long lasting one. I would say this is slightly less long lasting, but still just great. Like the most long lasting eyeliner I've ever used. It's so good. So we're just going to line our lid. So my everyday look can have a little bit of a wing. Sometimes if I want to be a little bit more like, I guess more siren eye. I know that's like a big thing right now. Or if I want to be really doe-eyed. Today I want to be really doe-eyed and look really awake because I'm feeling really tired. That's what we're going to do. If you guys want me to show you how I do kind of that more like really like long wing siren eye style, let me know down below. Ooh, love that. Love, love, love. Okay, so the next I'm going to take a fluffy kind of brush like this, and I'm going to dip into that shade from the Cool Crude Nude palette. This is the shade 6, and just dip in and like drag a little bit under my lash line. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit. So the next we're going to curl our lashes, because now that I know you guys do like to curl your lashes from that little like survey thing I did, not all of you do, but a lot of you do. I'm going to start curling my lashes more on camera. This is the Shiseido eyelash curler. I think this is $23 if I remember correctly. This is really, really good, and a lot of you said that this was kind of your go-to and the best one. So if you're looking for a really good eyelash curler, this is amazing. And I haven't like heard anyone say it irritates their lashes or broke their lashes. I know there's some eyelash curlers out there that like mess with people's lashes a bit, but this is really, really good. So we're gonna do this. You know what? I'm actually gonna take a palette and get up close and do it. Okay, right, so both sides are curled. I feel like that does make just like such a difference. Look at that. So the next we're going to move on to mascara. So I have two mascaras here, both from Jason Wu Beauty, and I'm actually going to do a compare and contrast in a different video of these, but I have, what is this? They have their curling one, they have lash volume and curl, and then they also have volume and length. So I think I'm actually going to do volume and length today. And the brushes are very different, so kind of depends on your preference. And we're going to go in and do lashes. So the way I like to do my lashes is have like a mirror that I'm just looking down at and then applying my mascara that way. So that's one coat, and then I'm going to do one more coat of this mascara on both sides. Okay, so that is second coat. I really like how that looks. I'm not going to do anything on my bottom lashes because I'm liking how open my eyes look. Sometimes, not that bottom lash mascara makes my eyes look more closed or anything like that. Quite the contrary. I feel like sometimes it's like too much, and my eyes look a little too big when I do bottom lash. So sometimes I just like something a little bit more simple. This is beautiful. I love this. Okay, so then next we're going to move on to lips, and I have a ton of options. So I have a million options. So I have the only lip liner I have is the Kosas lip liner. I believe this is like $19. And then I have a bunch of like lip glossy things. So we have Undone Beauty lip glosses, and I have two shades in that. I'm actually going to be doing an Undone Beauty review, so that is coming, very affordable. You can buy it at Target. Then Tower 28, I just use this on camera, so I don't think I'm going to use this, but their lip glosses are great. And then I have Persona Cosmetics, their E-Balm in the shade Gratitude. I think this is great. I just want to show you their lip glosses just on the back of my hand. The Undone Beauty lip glosses are a gorge, and they're just really pretty. So I'm going to show you kind of what they look like on the back of my hand. Really pretty. And then the E-Balm, I have the brown shade, but they have beautiful shades. I keep saying I want to order their more nudie, like pinky nudie tone instead of brown nudie tone, and then I just don't do it. So then that is that there. So I'm trying to see what I think would look best. I kind of think the E-Balm will look the best, so I think I'm going to do that. And I am going to do a lip liner because I do feel like, because this is like a full look, I want to full send it. This is the Kosas lip liner, and this is in the shade Peak. I really like this. This is a beautiful shade. Look how pretty. I feel like it looks really nice with this look. So then I'm actually think I'm going to do the E-Balm. But these are great. Again, I'm going to be doing a Undone Beauty review. So that's definitely going to be coming. And I will do probably a full like face and try it on for you guys there. So I'll do Persona Cosmetics. That one's definitely coming soon. This is really pretty. What do you guys think? This might be a little too red for the look. It looks less red in person, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to do something different. You know what? I think I just want to do a clear. I think I was happy with this shade, and then the other shade made it too reddy. Even though the E-Balms are beautiful with like the vibe, I'm going to say it might be a little touch too red. And then they also have like the clear, barely there pink color from Undone Beauty. But I'm going to reline my lips. Okay, so there's that. I really like how that's looking. I think I'm going to do a touch of clear. This isn't like fully clear, but it has a little touch of pink, but I'm going to do a little bit of this one. I want a little bit more blush, but I'm afraid to go a little too crazy with it. Should I add more blush? You're right, I should. You're always right. You know what I need. You know what I'm vibing with. I actually think I'm going to take a little bit of the Jason Wu. Just because I want to show you this shade specifically is so good. Actually, they're all beautiful. This pink is gorgeous. I'm going to just swipe it in the back of my hand. So bright, though. A little bright for today, I would say, but so good. I'm going to go in with this shade here. I'm going to just do a touch. This is, they're pigmented, you guys. These are very pigmented, so you got to be like, just the lightest touch. I'm going to focus more towards the back. Oh, I like that. I like that it's a little bit more intense because blush fades really quickly. Blush is the first thing to fade, and I'm happy with how that's looking. And yeah, that is it for my full face of clean beauty makeup under $25. I wanted to do a little bit of a more natural look. Oh, my dog is so loud. A more natural look on the face, kind of my everyday look. I can definitely do like more full scent. Like I think I'll do like a smoky eye look with products under 25 or whatever, but I'm really happy with this everyday look with more affordable price point items. And yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think down below. Do you like this look? What do you think? Do you think the eyelash curler made a difference? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.